before we lift off, there's a few important things we want to make sure that you're aware of so you get the best possible experience out of this. First of all, the sound current is supremely important to us, the musical experience. So if possible, we really encourage you to use good speakers or headphones to experience the class with. Second, if you have any pre-existing injuries, please take care of yourself, modify as you need to. Don't risk exacerbating an injury because of a yoga exercise. If you have any pre-existing medical conditions and you're not quite sure if this would be good for you, please consult with your primary healthcare practitioner and make sure it's the right thing for you. Also, make yourself relatively comfortable. You can use a cushion, and in fact, we encourage you in our seated positions, meditation practices, to use a cushion. It helps lift the heart up, keep the spine straight, and it's more ideal for the flow of energy in the body and for the meditation experience. You can even be sitting in a chair with feet flat on the floor for those of you that are unable to sit in a meditative sitting posture on the floor. Just use a chair, and for many of the exercises, that will work perfectly fine. And then lastly, if you're having any problems with the video streaming, try refreshing the page, or if you see a gear icon on the video, adjust your resolution. If you're new to this type of thing, just take care of yourself. If there's something that you don't quite understand, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Everything that needs to click will click after a few times of trying it out. Enjoy the experience. We're about to get started in just a moment. Greetings, welcome, thank you for being here. Very happy to be here with you from our home in Northern California, in the Life Force Academy, and in our home studio, and to wherever you are in the world. Very grateful to be with you here today. And we're taking a journey to make us feel good, to get good energy in our body and our mind. We all want that and need that. And that's what we call Shakti. In this context, you can call it many things. And what Shakti is that which kind of gives power. Yeah, Shakti. So Shakti is power. So Shakti can be there, and it can be used for creativity and goodness and prosperity and compassion, and sometimes Shakti gets misused, and where it can cause suffering and harm to others and to ourselves. So part of what this is empowering ourselves and making ourselves feel good. And we actually, if we tune in, my experiences, we tune in with ourselves, we feel good when we're connected to our sense of purpose. And our sense of purpose always, my experience, always puts us in better harmony or in concert with others, with life. And so creativity is adding to life. there's a creative expression of our lives and there's a destructive expression of our lives. Destructive is when suffering is increasing. Creative is when happiness is increasing. And we don't just mean just ordinary happiness in the sense of, sometimes you feel happy, sometimes you feel sad. But when we're talking about cultivating Shakti, inner energy, inner magnetism for greater happiness, what we're doing is developing a different type of happiness, or you could say a different grade of happiness, one that's less dependent on the ups and downs of life. Because if our sense of happiness is dependent on just the ups of life, then a good part of our lives we're going to not feel very happy. And so this is a type of happy that has a greater depth to it. There's a happiness, there's a deeper contentment that we can all cultivate and experience. And that's what gives us real self-confidence when we have that. The mind comes into a greater inner content, inner even blissfulness. This is the great, really treasure of Kundalini Yoga, is that it gives you such fantastic tools to cultivate these things. If you really wish to do it, it's not that difficult to do, but you do have to learn how, and you do have to do it with a certain level of consistency in order to where you can sustain that new energy, sustain that new empowered energy where we do feel less insecure and we do feel more self-confident just as we are. We don't feel more self-confident because we change something about our essential self. We may feel more self-confident because we change some way of thinking about ourselves, way of thinking about things, the way of looking at things. And that's where we have power. We can empower ourselves to look at things sometimes a little bit differently. Yeah, not unrealistically. In fact, I think if you feel it's more realistically to look at things through a wider lens. Sometimes, because the mind, how it operates is via stories. It's always it's operating on narratives. And often it's the case we get stuck in narratives that make us miserable. And sometimes, it's not even what we would call miserable. We're okay, but it's also a little bit, we're living a little bit, if we're honest with ourselves, like low grade, and we tolerate a lot of narratives that our mind produces, because the mind works in rhythm, it works in cycles. So we're going to be working with rhythm today, and sometimes you just want to cut through the tendencies of the mind that cause us to feel lousy, essentially, and generate a new rhythm for the mind that causes us to feel our sense of purpose, feel our sense of prosperity. That takes Shakti, that takes energy. Yeah, so this is a fun thing to do. A little bit of hard work, but mostly it's awesome, and mostly it's fun. Yeah, but if you're just learning it the first time, it takes a little bit, all right, let me figure it out, but it's not hard to learn. In fact, just even today, we're going to have a great experience together, and we're going to feel good. And then coming up very, very soon, I'll be teaching the whole entire course called Kundalini Shakti. In our, really, it's the coolest thing Life Force Academy does every year now for over a decade. In early June, we have our annual summer immersion that people attend from all over the world. It's really great. It's cinematic. It's beautiful. It's features. You're doing these practices with some of the greatest musicians, bands. This was recorded. What you're going to be hearing today actually was born during one of these experiences. They're transformative. You come out of this thing the other side different than when you came in, shining, like the sun. But that's something you have to experience. Otherwise it's like, okay, maybe. So we want to have a little bit of experience today where you take your energy and you take your mind and you take your breath and you take your body and you bring them all together and you put them into a nice rhythm where you get your what we call the prana, the life force intelligence, the chi, the subtle energy of the body that animates all the organs, that animates the mind. And you get that prana to centralize itself in the body, which in what we could say in modern language, central nervous system.
Your life force is more concentrated in the center of you, is the feeling of it, and less out in the periphery where it's creating more worries and anxiousness and heaviness and depression. And so when you can get the life force more concentrated, now you have a new sense of power, a new sense of Shakti, because less of your energy and less of your Shakti that already exists is being eaten up by things that are really not worth our time, not worth our mind's energy. So it's kind of taking back hold of your own inner power so you can do something with it of your choosing. Yeah? So let's do it. And it's not going to be a head trip. It's going to be a body and a breath trip and getting the mind to actually cooperate so it stops causing us a whole bunch of difficulties and starts causing us a whole bunch more fun and happiness and joy. Yeah, come onto the hands and knees. We start just making the spine nice and supple. Charlotte's here with me. She'll be demonstrating. You're going to be inhaling, the head is coming up. And then you're going to be exhaling, the head is coming down like a cat-cow. Yeah, just like this. And you start off nice and slow, but it's not so important that you're stretching, it's not about the deepest stretch at this point. You're making a nice rhythm. The breath is through the nose, and you're starting to make the spine so nice and supple. As the spine arches up, you exhale and the head comes down and the pelvis tucks under. It also is massaging those lower digestive organs. And beautiful. And just keep going, making the spine nice and supple. Key to staying youthful is keep the spine supple and the cerebrospinal fluid healthy. That's what we're going to do. Keep going. A little deeper the breathing. And now try to keep your mind on the breath, the feel of the breath, the sound of the breath. As the mind wanders this way or that way, always bringing it back again and again to the breath rhythm. Inhale, head up. Exhale, head down. Push the breath all the way out and draw your navel up in towards the spine. And then relax. And come back sitting and sit cross-legged. Okay, come sitting up tall. Your index finger is to your thumb, palms are up. So you're going to be doing a simple panting breath. The tongue comes out. Try it like this, like. It's a light but really nicely rhythmic panting breath. Chest open, tongue is stretched out, but then it's not super tense, stretched out and then let it relax there. The rhythm comes from your diaphragm, on every exhale the diaphragm is lifting. Stimulates the immune vitality, the center, the chest thymus gland. Lightens the sorrows, gives the mind nice clarity. Let's try to stay with it. Through your nose, inhale. Fully exhale through your nose. Now please inhale. And again, the tongue comes out. With the rhythm, breathe. Now keep breathing. The mouth closes through the nose. Go. Nice rhythm. The exhale and the inhale equalize in their strength. Deeply. Suspend the breath in. And then through your nose, exhale. Push the breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Inhale. And through the nose. Equalization of your inhalation and exhalation in the pranic rhythm. Keep the mind relaxed, keep the face soft, keep the eyes closed down, and try to just make it meditative by dwelling on the breath rhythm and feeling it, equalizing it. Give it a nice rhythm feel. A nice uplifted energy. Yes, it has power, but it's also soft. And that soft power has tremendous strength. Not aggressive. It's not discontent. It's contained in its potency. "30 seconds, go." Your diaphragm in rhythm. Inhale through your nose. Suspend the breath. Let's keep the breath in, yet relax your upper body. And then lift up through the pelvic floor. Root lock, rectum, sex organ, up and in, and then navel, just below your belly button, the abdomen, up and in. Through your nose, exhale. Inhale deep. Suspend the breath. Keep the breath in, relax your upper body, lift the root lock, rectum, sex organ, navel, up and in. Mind open and relaxed. Your nose, exhale. Inhale deep. Exhale. Take your hands up to your shoulders like so. Yeah. Chest is out, shoulder blades release down. Chin ever so slightly in, and then you just let it swing. You inhale left, you exhale right. Called opening the central channel. Yeah, just let it swing. You don't have to swing like Charlotte. Charlotte has a tremendously flexible body. You know, my body not nearly as flexible. You do your body, not somebody else's. But just for you, what you can like learn from Charlotte here is like you don't have to control it so much. You just try to, as you continue, just let it swing. Nice. Keep going. To the center, through your nose, deep inhale. And suspend the breath. Then the rectum, sex organ, navel, up and in. And the mind soft and relaxed. And then exhale. That's very nice, don't you think? You know, so what we're doing here is a simple thing. It's just centralizing the life force in your body. Then very naturally your mind will become relaxed. And even the things that have been really stressful and really hard for us, it's not like those things are going away, but something has changed. That's what I've always say is the great kind of magic trick we make every time we do something like this. We shrink our problems. We're not shrinking the problems by going on the outside, we're going on the inside and we're expanding. And then the things that were stressing us, they're not as intimidating. We got it, you know? We always got it, actually. And living from that space, tuning the dial to that space. This is called tuning the dial, all right? So your hands to your knees, and first it's just like, squeeze up and then release, like, now squeeze up, inhale, and release. Now they're gonna bounce like this. So it's easy, just make it an easy bounce. Inhale, squeeze up. Then release. Very good, everybody. And hey, you're just, in all of these things we're doing today, you're just doing your best, okay? Don't worry if some of it seems a little bit hard. It's probably because you're just doing it for the first time or you're relatively new to it. If you do it a little more, it all starts to just kind of fall in place. So whatever you can't do, don't worry about it. Whatever you need to modify today, don't worry about it, okay? Just do your best and enjoy. And the main thing is to breathe. And the real process is to try to not let the mind just do whatever it wants. Just keep bringing it back to your breath over and over, or back to the focal point of whatever the meditation is that we're doing. And then after a while, that's how you concentrate your chi, is by saying, oh, my mind. You know, all those things may be important, but this is not the time for them. When you're doing a practice, the focus is on the actual life force. And if you put your stream of awareness to your life force for a prolonged amount of time, boom, everything's open. You know, the anxiousness dissipates, insecurity dissipates, inner confidence and creativity and inspiration emerges naturally. Don't you think? Stretch your legs open wide like a V shape. Okay, feet are flexed, energy in your toes. This is going to be a good one. Then you're going to inhale and then turn to either side, and you exhale, lead with your heart. And inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhaling, lift. Exhaling, fold. Every time you lift, fill your lungs with your breath, okay? Beautiful. opening the life nerve. Yeah, every time it's just softly opening. These are not self-improvement. These are acts of compassion. They're self-nourishment, self-exaltation, self-loving. Brightening the field, brightening the mind, brightening the body. Fill it with the life force Shakti Chi. Through your very breathing. That's why they call the breath the Prana Shakti, Pavan Guru, the wisdom of the life force. Inhale, center. Then you're gonna fold down center, not all the way just to where you can go without collapsing your heart. Exhale down. Then you inhale, lift. And then you exhale, fold. And then you inhale, fill the lungs, lift. And then you exhale, fold. Slow and deep, but with good breath. Gaze of the third eye. Draw the inner gaze, optic nerve, where the root of the nose meets your skull bone, between the two eyebrows, and draw the breath in as you lift. Feet are flexed, groin relax, energy in the toes. Every time you inhale, the heart lifts up. Stay with it, almost there. Yes, inhale up. Softly gaze the third eye space and relax. Shake your legs out. That's very good. Yeah, and please have a little bit of water. Yeah, in this next series of exercises, and it's really kind of like our main sequence here. They're really quite phenomenal. And although it really does kind of take your active participation, I think you'll find it well worth it. It's using your breath a lot in these next 4 exercises. Some of them a little bit challenging. Just do your best. Anytime you just need to relax. Anytime it's feeling overwhelming, just relax the breath, relax anything. Relax on your back. But what I would encourage you to do is to stay in the, paying attention to your prana, paying attention to your life force, paying attention to the feel of your body, and pay attention to the mind. Not allowing the mind to indulge in all of its worries and anxieties. If it's worrying, or if it's having anger or great sadness, it's allowing all of that. But it's watching it, and it's different. Allowing is different than indulging and being swept up and kind of pummeled by its waves, okay? But that's we do our best. That's what the practice of Kriya and yoga practice is all about. It's allowing without attaching, okay? And so anything is welcome. Anytime you need to relax, but try to stay in the meditative zone, and then it'll work beautifully like that. Your O-shaped mouth is here like this. Now your fingers are going to be nice and firm. The whole time is 3 minutes, and you're going 60-degree angle, and then you're going to be O-shape the mouth. It's not, again, you hear it in the mic, it sounds really strong, and it has a potency, but it's also kind of light and soft. The power of it comes from its rhythm feel. The exhale and the inhale of equal strength. See, yeah, heart stays lifted, shoulder blades stay released, and the best that you can. No bend in your elbows. That is already perfect, Shar. You're doing great. Third eye gaze. Keep going. That means just draw the inner gaze up and in softly. It's very difficult. Try to stay with the rhythm. Even though it might be really challenging, see if you can get your mind to just relax into it. Allow it to be challenging if it is, and then keep going. You know, strengthen the inner resolve. Put the breath in this beautiful, nice rhythm feel. Try to stay with the hypnotic breath rhythm. Put your breath into the rhythm section. Try to say heart lifted, shoulder blades release. Try to be no bend in your elbow. Through your O-shaped mouth, inhale deeply. Fingers tight like steel. And squeeze the spine. Squeeze the fingers through the mouth like a cannon. Exhale. Inhale deep. Stretch your arms up 90 degrees. Stretch up. Release your shoulder blades, touch the ceiling. Stretch the spine. And release, relax. Amazing. Have please some water. Okay, so what you do in this next really wonderful exercise, you take your thumb to the base of your pinky finger, and the pinky and the ring hold the thumb down, and the index and middle finger are out. So thumb presses to the base of your pinky finger, index and middle finger out. Pinky and ring hold the thumb down. They point at each other like this. Then what you're going to do is you're going to exhale like this. And then you're going to inhale through the O shape like this. It doesn't go like out here. It's not like this. It's almost more like martial arts and how we use the energy. It's like, it's precise. Keep going like that. O-shaped mouth is the inhale. Through the nose is the exhale is so strong it makes your nose wrinkle a little. Beautiful. Keep going. Every inhale deep through the O-shaped mouth. Every exhale makes the nose wrinkle. Final moments. Yes. All right, inhale through the O-shaped mouth. Lock your back molars together. Lift through the pelvic floor, rectum, sex organ, navel, and squeeze your spine. And through the mouth, O-shape exhale. Inhale. Lift the rectum, sex organ, navel. Lock your back molars. Squeeze the fingers. Squeeze the spine. Exhale. Uno más. Lift the root lock, squeeze the spine, lock your back molars. Adjust the skull bone, lock your back molars. Exhale. Yes. Next one's a lot of fun. You're gonna make your O shape of your mouth. Have some water. Bring the energy into your body. Shake your arms a little. Yeah, stay in the body as much as you can. This time, hold the pinky and ring down with your thumbs, and you're gonna do very tight away from you, like outward circles. And then what the idea is, you make an O-shaped mouth, and with the sound, you make your diaphragm move very quickly. So it's like a, it sounds like a monkey almost, like a, and you go quick like that. Yeah. Just close your eyes, or if you know tip of the nose gaze, do tip of the nose gaze. And it moves so fast, you try to make it move so tight and fast that it makes the whole spine shake. You know. You're not gonna look cool if you're doing it well. But it's just a couple minutes. And it's a very demanding exercise to make your diaphragm move with your breath like that. And then a tight circles makes the whole spine move. Centripetal, centrifugal force. Yeah, magnetism. Go for it. Almost there. Try to go for it. "30 seconds to go." It's demanding, this one. Try to stay with it. Through the mouth, O-shaped mouth, inhale. Lift the root lock. Squeeze your spine and press your two lips together. Squeeze the spine and press your two lips together. And then O-shaped mouth, exhale. Inhale. Rectum, sex organ, navel up and in. Squeeze the muscles of the spine. And press the two lips together. Squeeze even the hands in the mudra. Exhale. Uno más. Let the root lock, rectum, sex organ, navel. Squeeze the spine. Press the two lips together. Exhale. Oh, beautiful. Just relax into meditative zone. Just let the breath breathe and witness your whole energy, your whole being, the body, the mind, all its mystery. Final one, and then it's necessary that then you relax on your back for a few minutes. So you're going to take that same mudra, hand position, seal mudra. Pinky finger is Mercury, ring finger Sun, index Jupiter, middle Saturn. This time, Jupiter, Saturn are out, index finger, middle finger. Then you come out to the sides. And right now my palms are facing forward, then I'll turn them up facing the ceiling. And I'm going to try to even turn them further back, like I'm trying to turn them to face even behind me. I can't, of course, but I'm twisting the inner elbow up in that way. Okay? And unfortunately, that's the position. So you're going to try to hold the position like this. Sit bones down, chest lifted, shoulder blades release. And then make your breath long, slow, and deep through your nose. So again, if I started with my palm side facing forward, then face up, and then twist around. Try to keep the heart lifted, shoulder blades released. You can keep an engagement of your core. Long and deep breath, as difficult as the position is, that's how deep the breath can be. This changes the spine. They say it changes the serum of the spine. And totally gives you great alignment. It's hard to go through, isn't it? Almost there. Breathe a little deeper. And even though it may be quite difficult, let the mind become very relaxed. If it's difficult, allow it to be difficult. And keep breathing. Yeah, sometimes you don't feel relaxed, but then you can emulate the mind being relaxed. Like an actor playing a role. You know what I mean? You're emulating relaxation in order to encourage it to take hold in the system as a new habit. Relaxed even under great stress. Relaxed is not indifferent. Relaxed is not bored. Relaxed is centered, clear, confident. "30 seconds to go. Deeper the breath. Stay with it. Deeper the breath. Hold the position. Inhale deeply through your nose. Lock the back molars together and twist the arms to their maximum. Hold the posture and through the nose exhale. 2 more times, inhale. Lift the root lock, rectum, sex organ, navel. Lock the back molars, twist the arms to the maximum. Hold the position through your nose, exhale. Final time. Lock the back molars, twist the arms. Lift the root lock. And exhale. exhale and relax into meditative space. Bring your awareness to the space around your spine and your field of energy, the energy in your body, the mind's energy. And please, my friends, come relax for a couple of minutes on your back. And just relax. deeply. And exhale. And move the fingers and move your toes. Rotate the wrist and the ankles. Stretch your arms over your head. Extend through the toes. Inhale deeply. And then rub the palms and make some friction. And rub the soles of the feet and make some friction. And hug the knees to the chest. Rock and roll a few times on your spine. Make your way up into the meditative position. Okay? So for this final part, what you're going to do is just simply come with your right hand over your left at your heart center. You make your mouth into puckered, rounded lips. And the inhale comes in through the puckered, rounded lips like you're drawing the breath in, like you're drinking the breath like as if it were almost like a nectar, like a... And then through your nose you exhale. And drinking the breath on the inhale through the rounded mouth. Then exhaling completely through the nose, pushing the breath all the way out. Only then, after your breath has fully been exhaled, do you then start to drink the nectar of the breath once again. And imagine this breath that you're drinking is like a healing elixir that soothes all the tissues of your body. That brings the mind into inner peace, deep love. When the mind feels love, we call it bliss. So if we can create the environment, the inner environment, the magnetism, for more and more love to reign supreme in all of the activities of our life, we do feel blissful, genuinely. And that bliss, to others, it looks like a radiance. So feel love, drink the breath, the pranic breath. It's the most precious thing. Thus, it's the most healing thing. Life-giving, prosperity-giving, your very breath. Drink the breath. And when the mind starts to travel this way or that way, again and again, drink the breath and cultivate your bliss. Imagine it like some sort of divine elixir. The great elixir of life. Drink the breath. Finish every exhale until no more exhale can come, and only then slowly drink the breathing. a few moments more. Try to keep your mind dwelling on the deep, beautiful breathing. And whatever it is you're wishing for your life, drink that. Put it into the breath like a wish or a prayer, and drink. And then when you exhale, just give it away to the whole universe. No attachments. Then again. Inhale deeply through your mouth, O-shaped lips. And suspend your breath in. And be very still, spacious, open. And then exhale through your nose. And again, inhale through the mouth. And suspend the breath. And be totally still, empty. And then exhale. And this final time, inhale deeply. And whatever it is you're wishing for in your life, beam that with your mind. Focus on it with your mind. It's love, it's prosperity, whatever it may be. And through your nose, exhale. Not focusing on it as something that may come, but focus on something that's already alive. Inhale through the O-shaped mouth. And give it a word like love or prosperity. And focus on its energy. And then exhale. Yeah? And relax. Beautiful. Take your arms out like this. And then just shake a little. And relax. And have a little water. These are simple things that we can do, you know. Simple things that we can do in order to build our energy, build our Shakti, but to build it within also specificity, with specific context. The Shakti of one's life force is developing what in Kundalini Yoga is called the pranic body. And you have a physical body, you have the mind, but you have the prana, the chi. You have the chakras, you have all you have the energy system. So it's developing that. developing that energy system, because if you do develop it, no differently than if you develop some other part of yourself, then it becomes an asset. If you go work out now and you're doing it rather consistently, that bears fruits. Physically, you feel good, you look good, you can do more, you're increasing your longevity of life. So it's a win-win in all directions. That's the other thing about when you do, because this course that's called Kundalini Shakti, it's called the return of joy. Kundalini Shakti is the return of joy into one's life, actually. It's a workout. And so not only is it like a workout of the energy system, but it's a workout of the body. And you're going to build your vitality, and you're going to feel good, and you're going to look good. I feel as good and as I do any other time than when I just come out of one of these immersion style courses. And that's why we do them twice a year, sometimes 3. But the one we do in June is our biggest one, and that's the first session of the course is called Prana Shakti, developing the life force body. And you can read all about them. The second session is the Shakti of the mind. So what is the mind's Shakti? What does it look like? The mind already has a Shakti. Its Shakti sometimes will create total anxiety when you're kind of visualizing in a certain way negative circumstances, believing them to be real, and maybe they do have some realness to them. And there's reasons to have anxiousness, but to be dominated by it is something else. So if you take that, and that's what we're doing, that's what the Kriyas are so effective at doing, is kind of reversing the destructive tendencies of the mind to put it in its positive current. So you can use the Shakti of your mind creatively and not destructively in the relationships to your money and resources in life, in relationship to your family or your loved ones, your lover, whatever the case may be. That's the mind's Shakti, so it's the most powerful thing. Then you go to session 3, which is Shakti of the central channel, and we already started working on that a little bit here today. And the central channel is like the central nervous system, but it's part of the more subtle organism, and that's the great wisdom of yoga, of Ayurveda. They understand very well the sophisticated architecture of not just the physical body, not just the mental channels, but also the energy system, the subtle body, and part of that is your central channel. And so when you're able to concentrate the life force in the central channel, your magnetism gets strong. This is what Kundalini Yoga is so very effective at doing. You can read all about it on the page here. Session 4 is called the Shakti of prosperity. Prosperity has a Shakti. Prosperity is a Shakti. It's not money. Some folks always feel that their cup is half empty. Despite their best efforts, the well always seems to be running dry. There's no prosperous Shakti there. Fortunately, prosperity is an energy that you can learn to work with. The funny thing about prosperity is that if you can identify it around you, it starts to grow. Kundalini Yoga specializes in the practices to bring forth the flow of prosperity. And true prosperity emerges when you ignite your creativity in service to others. Session 4 activates the flow of prosperity. Session 5 is going to be potent. Shakti of sound. Just come from wherever you are. Sound to the yogi is the most crucial because sound is connected to the ether element. Earth is fragrance, water is taste, fire is sight, vision, air is touch, tactile perception, but sound is ether, the space, the most subtle of the 5 elements. And the human being is bound by the 5 elements. But that's why then if you go, first chakra is earth element, second chakra is water, third is fire, fourth is air, fifth, throat, sound, voice, mantra is ether element. Then that's why these 2, the Ajna chakra and the crown chakra, are the 2 that are above the binding of the 5 elements. So a human being is part animal below the diaphragm, part part kind of human, that you have the heart center, and then you go in the throat, and then you go also part in some language like angelic, or part you can also transcend the temporary nature of this world, and you can tune into that which doesn't die. You can tune into the parts of ourselves that never die, and that tunes one's into the force of joy. So this is the Shakti of sound. And so sound becomes the vehicle in which to do that. It's sophisticated, but it's also simple. Anyone can do it. Shakti of purpose is session 6. Meaningfulness, we talked about that some. Session 7 is the Shakti of love. This is taught in an immersion style course. So we start on June the 8th, and then we finish on the afternoon of June the 12th. You can do it anywhere in the world, no matter what time zone you're in. You can do it on demand, you can do it live, you can do it in that concentrated time period, or you can do it over a week's time, or however you want. If you join it, you have lifetime access to all of it. But what we encourage you to do, if there's any way possible, do it as an immersion course. Join us on the 8th and go through the 12th. And it will deliver. If you want something in your life right now that's not only going to be thoroughly transformative in a very positive fashion, transformative, not making you somebody that you're not, more of who you actually are, bringing forth our vitality, bringing forth our creativity, bringing forth our happiness that we deserve and that we need in order to live this life in a joyful way. And so that's what these are about. So it's not only that, it's so much fun. At first it's hard because you're not used to doing it, and you have to carve the space from all the other demands of our life. That's the hardest part, carving the space to do it and committing oneself to doing it. But if you can get that part done, the rest will take care of itself. Exercises, all that, that's not the hardest part. That becomes really like some of the fun part. And the music is extraordinary. All the music you're hearing has been born and created at these immersions, and this one is no exception. Many of these sessions is going to have the whole live Simrit band playing during it. It's magic. Every time I try to describe this, I always do it. All it feels like I'm doing is like shrinking it from what it is. I just want you to experience it and to come. And after this class is over, we'll play a little trailer where you can kind of get a sense of what it's going to look like and feel like. But okay, anyways, the final session, it's an 8-session course. And like I said, you can do it in real time, or you can do it on your own time on demand. And you can learn how to do this for yourself. It's not only is it a transformative thing that you go through in a matter of 8 sessions, but you're learning skills for your life. You're learning how to work with your mind and work with your energy and be able, a little bit like we did today, but with a lot more attention and crafting and learning and discovering and exploring. It's really good. Final session, the Shakti of joy. Joy is the gift of being alive. Real joy does not rely on good times, and it need not disappear during the difficult ones. Real joy is born of a deeper connectivity. If your dial is turned to its frequency, the very act of breathing becomes a joy. Yeah? This, however, takes Shakti. It takes transforming the misery patterns of the mind and empowering oneself into greater happiness. We can do this. The Shakti of joy brings courage and fearlessness. We can do that. It fills you with wonder and awe. We can be in that. Joy is sweetness and the magic of inspiration. Session 8 is the joy activation, the finale. So it's the best. And then furthermore, these extraordinary musicians, Devin Ashley, Shannon Hayden, Salif Bamakor, Jared May, and of course Simrit. In my opinion, one of the baddest bands on planet Earth. And they've been doing this with us for close to a decade now together. We know how to work this stuff. So on one evening, as a special bonus session, they're going to do what's called this Tantric Sound Journey. It's totally improvised in the moment. This will be the 3rd straight year they've done it. The other 2 have been really special. And then on the final night, there'll be a Simrit concert. The only time that I know of, certainly planned at least so far this year, that you can actually stream a live Simrit show. And this will just be part of your immersion, and then it'll be followed by the great Marcus Wyatt House DJ Pioneer Dance Party. And so it's going to be high caliber art, along with your yoga practice and meditations and all. It's going to be a beautiful, beautiful time. Invite a friend, create a space to do it together, do it with a family member, do it by yourself, whatever feels inspiring that would actually get you to do it. But we want to invite you to do it. We've made a special for this event, that if you are up for doing it and you're feeling the inspiration and you're feeling the call, the regular price is $5.95? Yeah, $5.95 full price. But it's on sale right now for only $2.95 if you're ready to jump in and commit to it. So it's a really good deal. And that's our way of encouraging you to if you're feeling the call, go for it. There's a payment plan. You can do it in 2 payments if that makes it more possible for you to say yes. And then also, if you do it and you decide for whatever reason, actually this wasn't for me, there's a guarantee. There's a 60-day guarantee. You let our team know, and within 60 days, and we'll give you they'll give you a full refund. So that's the guarantee. What happens, 99% of the time is you're gonna get in there and you're gonna have the most amazing time. And that's why we're always comfortable guaranteeing our stuff, because it's good and it's gonna be great. If you like this, this is a whole nother thing. You're gonna just love it. It's gonna be so special, and I hope you can be there. And even if you can't be there, I'm glad you were here today, and I hope you'll stay in touch. And I hope you'll check out our Life Force Academy membership portal. We're doing classes like this every week. We have members in over 120 countries around the world. It's just $1 to give that a try. So if it's like, I wish I could do this immersion, but there's no possible way, check out the Life Force Academy membership portal. We've got so much amazing things that you can be doing any day you want, every day. New classes, new practices all the time, great music. So in the Life Force Academy membership portal, that's just $1 to give it a try, and then it's very I would say cost efficient, a very good deal. Okay, my friends, I love you, and I hope everything is good in your world, and if things are challenging, I hope this was helpful. And for all of us, I hope that this inspires good creativity and some good purposefulness and meaningfulness and love. Love each other, love those around us, and keep expanding our capacity to love more and more. Love you, Sat Nam. See you at the Kundalini Shakti Return to Joy Life Force Academy immersion. It starts on June 8th. See you there. Sat Nam. But what we can do in several days is we can create a substantive momentum for ourselves. We can really plug into the source of our happiness and confidence and creativity, and we can gain good perspective on our lives to take our baby steps.
Kundalini has really helped me cultivate the energy to stay focused and present, and to help move blockages.
Doing it online is kind of almost doing it in present. It's like really, you get the same exactly benefits.
And even at home, you do really feel part of the community, Like I really felt like this was my new family.
My first online session, the shift in my thinking, in my attitude, the increased happiness, it's like nothing else that I've ever done online. Nothing else.
Of course, the voice of Simrit and the entire band, the sound current just moves through you.
Just the general teachings of Jaidev and his humor, his love, his kindness, his wisdom, his insight, like all of it is just such an incredible blend.
If we can create a little bit of time to not only do good exercises, center our life force, but to also arouse our wish for real happiness and the conditions of happiness, which means that I'm wishing for you to have real happiness and the conditions of happiness. Everybody wants happiness, so all it's really promoting is happiness through happiness training. It's hard sometimes to get into the great rhythm current of our life, because the mind is going after the pleasure and it wants to avoid the pain. There comes the practice of yoga, is to spend a little time each day getting your energy right inside of you, putting your energy in rhythm, centering your life force, your prana, so that the mind and the heart has nice sensation of the purposefulness of your life. And very naturally from there, let the day happen. There's a pure consciousness, a pure love, a pure intelligence at the nucleus of us all. And then Kundalini energy, the Kundalini process is allowing that energy to blossom into your life. This is about experiencing your innate goodness, your innate brilliance, your innate love, and experiencing the interconnected web of which we're a part of. So yes, it is purifying, but it's purifying the mind. The mind is what is being purified, not you. You are being glorified.